Welcome back to Get Past Your Shit Group Coaching. And this is session number 4. It is moving really fast, maybe too fast. Who feels like it's too fast? What we did in our last session was we started to take all of the things that we identified in our limitation brain dump. We prioritized. We picked like 10 of the most pressing limitations that we wanted to deal with. And then we used the hit list or shit list, this 2-page spread, kind of a little rubric for deciding, is it shit or not? Like, is it just something I can get done? And there's nothing that's really going to get in my way. So those of you who were here earlier, did you get a chance to use this on other things? Did you process any more of the ideas on your list?
I went through it, and oddly enough, after what I said this morning about most of mine being all personal and not business, the one thing I put on the list to examine was a business thing. Mm-hmm. And I realized in doing it, this whole process went on, that almost everything else was an activity or lack thereof, like self-discipline and, mm-hmm. the things we do or do not, but, there's no try. But this one, what I thought as I looked at it, and, because I haven't done it before. Obviously, that's why I'm worrying about whether I'm going to do it now. And I started going through all the stoppers, and funny enough, all the stoppers were all the rest of the list. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As far as all the, will I follow through? Am I good at, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to do this. Why would the universe send me money? All that stuff is what came up on this. So I sat here, I didn't get any further after that because I had other things to do. And I was a little stymied in my thought of whether that means, because I even said it this morning, the way I've always approached things is I just got to feel the fear and I got to do it anyway. Mm-hmm. But the last few years, I've trained myself to let all that stuff rule. And so what I started thinking, okay, I just maybe need to and I don't know whether starting on the scale of this is what it is it's doing it. To me, it'll be so small, but to me, it feels huge. Because I haven't done it. Train on AI Midjourney. That's what I do most of the time, is create images and create stuff from the images. And my thinking is everybody knows it. Everybody's doing it because the group I belong to, they're doing it, right? That's how your brain works. So that's why I've put it off. And someone came to me the other day and said that as much as all this other stuff I talk about, they see me light up when I talk about this. And that's why they were suggesting, as it had been on my list for a long time, I moved forward with it. And then you're putting this here in front of us, which is why I pulled it up. So, so the question is, there's not a question. If every one of them comes back to the same fears, I just got to pick something and push my way through.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it any other way. I don't know how to deal with the fears without doing something with them.
Yeah. 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 Did you identify a stopper that you can't say yes to? Did you identify a stopper that can't be overcome?
Well, in theory, they all can be. And so so the stoppers I came up with that aren't knowledge-based, that I don't know how to do, but I know I know some people now. Fear of being out there, fear of which, I just have to decide if I'm going to be out there. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to be out there. And if I don't want to be out there, I should just stop talking about it. Fear of failing, fear of looking foolish. I have been, have trained a lot in the past, but my confidence of whether I can do it now, on one hand, comes up, and on the other hand, I really think it's just coming up because it feels the necessity to come up because it can. So confidence in my skills is really what that comes down to. What if no one cares? Because every time I think about something and, passing your who cares thing, I pretty much go, yeah, pretty much I don't. And I think, what's the next idea? Because So, I mean, it's making it big enough to matter is, I think, what it is for me.
Mhm.
And if it's big enough to matter, then maybe I'm not the right person to do it. That's that's the balance. So those are things. I think every one of those things is overcomable if I'm willing to overcome it. And I really, really want to do this. So I don't know. That's what I came up with. That's the first one.
Okay. Anyone else learn anything new or run up against something? Did you continue to play with hit list or shit list? Did you see my email? So, that's what I did was the thing I wanted to do and felt like I couldn't was make another big offer. I thought it was too soon, too much. I hadn't delivered enough between this and my last big offer. Can that be changed? No, can't change the calendar. Can I? So I decided what the offer would be, just kept it simple, VIP days, as opposed to coming up with a training or focus where I would have to think about it and write about it and describe it. Just straight up VIP days. Write up the email, send it out. Got it done today. Sent it out tonight, even though I sent an email earlier today. I decided, nope, I'm sending it out tonight because I know how big offers work. I've got to be able to nurture it tomorrow and Friday. So I wanted that first email to go out tonight so that people who are tingling have a chance to chew on it. Did I feel nervous and did I feel funky about sending the email? Yeah, I don't like doing big offers that close one after the other. I'm not sure if it's shit about it being too soon or if it's just my pattern and rhythm, my comfort level is for there to be more like 5 or 6 weeks between a significant offer. 2 people have unsubscribed. That's not bothering me. I just moved mailing lists into a new system and probably deliverability is different. And so I'm not surprised to get some unsubscribes. I don't recognize either of these names. So I'm not personally offended by the unsubscribes. But I'm grateful, I'm grateful for this being a pusher. Like there's 2 things today that being in community helped me quickly overcome my shit about. The bed this morning, making the request about the bed. Was anybody in chat this morning when we were talking about it? I'm looking for a bed and there's a split king sleep number bed, a crazy $9,000 bed. They're selling on Facebook Marketplace for $6,000, then $5,000, then $4,500. And it is really a good deal. And I'm not at all interested in spending that kind of money on a bed right now. But we're talking about it, and it was suggested that I should just make an offer and just say, hey, because the ad says it's got to be gone by Monday. Should just make an offer. And so I'm like, yeah, but this is my small town. And if I make them a lowball offer, they'll think I'm a cheapskate. They'll think I'm, they'll be insulted. Like all this shit came out about it. But the morning connections were like, bullshit. Gio was like, just ask Nana, And so right then and there in the middle of morning connections, I sent the note and I said, hey, it's a great deal, but it's not in my budget. But if you get to Monday and no one has bought it, I'd give you $1,000 and come get it. And she wrote back and said, I'm going to think about it. Clearly, She hopes it'll sell for a better price before then. And I think a small part of her thinks, well, hell, I'm not moving it to the new place. So if it comes down between giving it away and getting $1,000 from someone, I want the $1,000, So community, the interaction and sharing my shit with someone else got me over it. And I asked for what I wanted. And who knows, maybe I'll get that bed. Maybe I won't. I'm not attached. So, and then talking about wanting to make a big offer, and processing through, demonstrating how I use the rubric to process through. What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Can I do it now? Do I know where to get help? I just got the offer up now. So shit didn't stand in my way today. Any thoughts or insights or questions before we move on? All set? So now your ongoing home fun is to continue to go through everything that you wrote on the prioritized list needs to be taken through the rubric and then assigned either to hit list, which is your to-do list of things you don't have shit about, or your shit list. The things you put on your shit list is anything stopping me today that I can become willing to get past, whether it ever changes or not. Hi, Lisa. Hi. I don't think I've ever seen your hair pulled back like that before. So when you're done with processing, everything is going to be on a to-do list or a shit list. And then the big question is, what next? What do you do with a shit list? But well, first let's talk about what do you do with a hit list. There's a page that says, what do you do with your hit list? And I just want to point out that do you have that page? What do we do with our hit list? Is that page in your book? There's a link mentioned, ideahoarders.com. That is now ideasinorder.com. I am going to be presenting Ideas in Order in early December. It will be an offer that you can respond to. If you're a member of Momentum Coaching Mastermind, you get it included. If you're not, you can sign up for it or just join Momentum Coaching Mastermind. That when you take a look at the items that you've identified that you don't have shit between you and getting it done. You just need to get it done. That's what Ideas in Order is all about, is how do I manage multiple business brands and projects and juggle all the balls and meet deadlines and not lose my mind? The answer to that question is 50% Tisha, but 50% having a good system for keeping my ideas in order. So just mentioning that. And what do you use for goal management? Like, I still use Trello. I know quite a few people who've moved on to things like Airtable and ClickUp and Notion, and those are bigger tanks than I need for how I organize myself. I'm really happy with Trello. And just want to notice many of the items on your hit list will require support, a coach, a VA, a tech support provider. Who are you going to reach out to for help? Really, if you're don't let not knowing who to ask become a stopper for you. Come to the Facebook group and ask, who do I need to talk to about this? if you need a VA, Tisha's probably not available. She's stingy. She doesn't take very many clients. But still ask in the Facebook group because somebody might know somebody, be able to make a recommend. Okay. So let's move on to what do we do with our shit list? Going back to the list, your shit list, scan the list and choose one thing you've held yourself back from. It doesn't have to be the biggest or scariest item. Trust yourself and move on the item that calls to you first. So, would anybody like to share what is one step you can take past your shit? This is where rubber meets the road and you start to say, I'll work on this one. So go ahead and choose the least intimidating item if you want. Or go balls to the wall and say, I'm going to jump out of an airplane. I think for me, the most interesting thing about doing this, going through the materials with you, yesterday and today is so many of the things that would have been at the top of my shit list they're just smashed right now because I've dated, I've put myself out there, I've kissed men, I've done more. All my shit is behind me, but it'll be there tomorrow. Let's be real. Like, it'll be there tomorrow. But so much shit is just what felt absolutely insurmountable 6 months or a year or 5 years ago feels like not a big deal today. What is one step you can take past your shit? And I don't want to put anybody on the spot, so let me look back at my list. So risking a big offer, I did that. Consistent affiliate communication, asking affiliates. Oh God. This is shit. This is same fresh shit every day. Does anyone else feel that way about asking people for affiliate promotions? Fresh shit every day. Fresh shit with every new product. Oh my gosh, I did something today. I did something this morning. I totally forgot about it earlier. Okay. During a coaching cohort conversation, I uttered the words out loud that I want to be a mindset coach for I want to be a mindset coach for partner marketers. So someone who teaches marketing and strategy, I want them to invite me into their communities to be their in-house mindset coach. I wrote that down on Thursday. And then I didn't think about it again until today when I was looking at my notes. And if we go back and do the rubric on that, name one thing you want to do and feel you can't, I would say I want to be a mindset coach for partner marketers. What's the stopper? I'm afraid they won't want to partner with me. I'm afraid they won't say yes. I'm afraid that if I make the offer I want to make, that they'll think I don't value myself, that they think I'm desperate, that they'll disrespect me, that they'll talk behind my back, but that dumb thing that Kelly wants to do. It happens. For 20 years, it happens. Pretty much any really cool thing I've ever done, someone has thought was stupid as fuck. You know? So can that be changed? Can I control what someone else thinks? No. Can I even know? Because someone will look you right in the face and say, that sounds amazing. You should do it. And then they go gossip about you to someone else. No, it can't be changed. So if the stopper can't be changed, you don't even finish filling out the paper. It goes straight to the shit list. Because then the only way for me to do it is to get past my shit about it, because the shit can't be changed. Hi, Lynn. So guess what I did today? I sent a text to Cindy Bedar. I said, I said, I have a dream. I went to Cindy first because she is the most marketing strategy focused of everyone that I might approach. I said, I have a dream. She said, does it involve a trip to Arizona to see me? Like, I wish. Like, she used to live an hour away, and we still mostly saw each other in Florida and Atlanta. So it would be hilarious if I did fly to Arizona. I said, I wish, LOL. I said, I want to partner with marketing coaches and be a mindset support coach to their people. I want to offer to be an asset in support of the things you're teaching them, helping them with the mind fuckery aspects. I imagine a free to you, free to them monthly opportunity to engage with mindset topics within your membership. And if they take up on any coaching offers, you get a bite of the apple. My coaching offers being entirely mindset focused, no strategy or business. So I just spelled it out. Simple. She said, I'd be interested in that. She asked, what are you thinking about terms of access? Blah, blah, blah. We talk about a couple of different details. She says, I'm in. I think it will be a great add-on for them. Thanks for suggesting it. Just like that. I said, I'm so jazzed. She's like, me too. This is going to be awesome. Did I choose a safe person because I, Cindy and I like each other so much? Sure. But there's one thing, Cindy and I are super different, but there's one thing we do have in common. And those of you who know both of us can attest to it. Neither one of us will ever blow flowers up your ass. Neither one of us have we will not protect your feelings. We will just lay it out there and say, that looks great, or that looks terrible, or that needs work, or that's not going to sell. Like both of us, we just don't have that schmoozy need to make you feel good about something bad. And so I knew if Cindy didn't see the value, she would say, that doesn't really sound like it's for me. So what let's go back to, and I know that we talk a lot about business, but you can feel free to answer this question from a not business perspective. Back to that original question. Name one thing you want to do and feel you can't. What's one of those things on your list?
For me, it's making phone calls.
Making phone calls about anything, like
Anything, but I was thinking in particular, calling people to talk to them about the program I'm offering.
do you need to make phone calls? Like,
In some cases, yes. I can handle a lot through email, but there are some places I need to call.
so making phone calls, verbally communicating
Yes,
value,
yes,
believing they'll be happy to hear from you,
yes.
fearing that they are not happy to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. And that I won't be able to communicate so that they can understand.
Mm-hmm. That's so now we're treading into that hit list or shit list moment of I can go in the direction of the strategy of how do you prepare somebody for that phone call? How do you pre-qualify? How do you use content to pre-qualify that phone call?
Mm.
You know, but so there might be some hit list in there, and that there's just some things to be done that will make you feel more confident. 100%. And it could be that on a scale of 1 to 10, or let's just say hot or cold, say cooler, hotter, you think they would receive the information more favorably from someone else, hotter or colder?
Colder.
What does that mean to you? You don't believe that they would receive it favorably from someone else?
I don't think anyone else, this is a project of my heart. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone
Right.
else has the passion I do.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. That's awesome. That was me projecting right there, because I often think when I'm reaching out to somebody, well, if it was somebody younger and thinner and, you know, more pink and gold, that they would be into it, but they won't be into it from me.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, so what is one step you can take past your shit about making calls?
What you said about warming them up beforehand is something I had never considered.
Mhm.
So I think that would be a great step to start with.
Learn how to pre-qualify phone, calls, how to use content to get them to call you.
Mm.
So who will you reach out to for support on that? We're on this page right here.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn was asking. One step you can take past your shit is to learn how to pre-qualify calls, use content to get them to call you. Who will you reach to for support?
I think I need to talk to Kelly about that.
Oh, it's like, that sounds like a momentum coaching mastermind topic for sure.
Sounds good. I usually reach out to Google.
Yeah. So what do we do with
But
our
now,
shit list?
now I have a community to
Yeah.
reach out to. So that's great.
Yes. With each item on your shit list, you're going to do the same thing. What's one step I can take? One baby step. And who can I reach out to for help? What's one baby step? Who can I reach out to? This page just gets used over and over and over and over again. I almost wish I could produce this for you as a wipeable booklet, because they're all going to get used over and over again. Wouldn't that be so cool? Who else? What is one step you can take past your shit? What's one thing where one baby step you can take? Do you hear that? Do you hear it? You don't hear it? The avalanche upstairs? No. When they come home, the dogs are in kennels right over my head. And when they come home, those dogs start to go like this in their kennels. And it's just like my head, like the floor is caving in. Lynn says, slide the sheets into a sheet protector and then use dry erase pens to reuse. Who's going to answer me? What's one baby step you can take past one item of your shit?
Kelly, the reason I'm not answering right now is I thought I'd only put things I was avoiding, not things I was lacking. I had forgotten we'd actually made this list yesterday of the things I haven't done that I want to do. But I think, and I won't say I'm confused, maybe I'm resistant. As I look at them, they all right now would go on my shit list because I haven't done them. So obviously I'm going back to that same thing of not knowing really how to separate the shit from the hit because I still have to go through the same thing to get there. And
Yeah.
so I just find the easiest thing to go through. I mean, I guess that's my decision.
Yeah. Just, I wish I could private coach everybody and just really dig through every single item on the list and prioritize it and put them in order and make sense of it all. The items on your hit list are things that you just need more information, training, not fill a knowledge gap, and you'll get it done. That's hit list stuff. Shit list is you just got to do it. More information isn't going to make it better. You just got to do it. So go back.
That helps. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go back to the question. Go back to name one thing you want to do and feel you can't. And feel free to leave business off the table and just speak from the heart. What's one thing you want to do and feel you can't?
Well, all of them, I guess I'm judging myself. All of them seem foolish when I look at them because they're all very simple things that just need to be done. For instance, organizing and going through all right, this is a personal and business thing, and it's literally organizing because I start doing and didn't organize in the beginning. So now it's that. But then every time I start to do something like that, I stop myself. Well, no, you're not going to make money if you do that. You need to do the other stuff. But then I don't do the other stuff because I use the excuse that it's not organized. So does that's, I suppose, would be one of those because I do have resistance to doing it because I feel like I'm wasting time doing it. But it also costs me so much time by not having done it.
So you want to get out of the spin
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like you can't.
Right.
You want to be organized, but you feel like you can't. You want to break a habit of confusion and feel like you can't.
Well, there's that.
You want to prioritize forward motion in your business and feel like you can't.
Exactly.
You want to have respect for yourself and what you're doing
Absolutely.
and feel like you can't.
And then I put on other people that happen to coexist with me that they don't, but it's not them, it's me. 100% it's me.
So do you want to have self-respect
Absolutely.
and feel you can't?
I think that's more of, I don't give it to myself.
You want to give yourself.
I think it's claiming it to myself. I think it's the claiming of all of this that I'm not allowing for myself. So I get angry at everybody else for what I'm not getting done.
What is underneath a lack of self-respect?
The feeling that I don't deserve better. I was giving very strong messages for a lot of years that my purpose is to take care of everybody. And I mean, even as a 4-year-old, started, alcoholic parents, the whole deal. And that somehow the twist on that, had a comment that it came to me and I hadn't forgotten about it till recently. A comment that I remember my mom saying, when I asked if I could have an allowance, and she said, honey, if I give you an allowance, then I can't give you money when you need it. Not a good message. I mean, and so it's that combination of I'm supposed to take care of people, serve people. Maybe I don't necessarily look at it that way. And somehow miraculously I get taken care of.
You want to prioritize.
That's the cycle.
You want to prioritize yourself and feel like you can't.
Yeah.
You want to matter and feel like you can't if you're not serving someone else.
Right. Because a lot of these things we talk about doing, I'm doing for other people.
Tisha.
So it's not that I can't.
Tisha.
Yes.
Just making sure you notice that. Things doing for other people that you won't do for yourself. You
We'll
want to,
prioritize the time.
you want self, you want to be the priority. You want to make your dreams come true.
Mhm.
You want
Yeah.
you want to believe in yourself and feel you can.
I want to find space for me.
Hmm.
And it gets jerked away on an ongoing basis. And it's just, but that's it.
You want your own space for your own dreams and feel you can't.
That's true. And part of it is running out of energy, and part of it is just an excuse. Because if I don't, I can't fail. And I really think that has something to do with it.
Well, just so thank you, Trickster, for trying to distract Terry from this pain with a little self-flagellation, telling her she's just making an excuse. Thank you, Trickster. We get you. Good job. But she doesn't need your protection right now, because not having her own space to chase her own dreams is fucking painful. And we're not hiding from that right now. We're not hiding from that. I love you, Terry.
Love you too. Thank you for inviting me into this space, because it's helping me identify that I don't have that what I need and what I truly don't have and what I think I don't have.
Mm-hmm. When we talked a little about ego and essence yesterday, about the why question, why distracts us from the pain that our tender side is feeling. And for sure, you've got shit about being organized. For sure, you've got shit about prioritizing, for sure. But underneath it all, you've got shit about just wanting space to prioritize your own dreams and feeling like you can't. And that is the shit that's stopping you. That is the shit that's stopping you. And because you have a special daughter, you have probably gotten really good, really, really fucking creative at defending the fact that you don't give yourself that space. Because you're mom, and she's special. And the buck stops here. So this shit is about a story you tell yourself about yourself. That I exist to serve others. My highest purpose is to serve her. Nothing else matters but this. That's a story. And that's shit. It's shit. And it's true. If you say, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go for a weekend, bye. Like, she's not gonna miraculously jump up and take care of herself.
Nope.
It is true that she needs to be taken care of. It is true that Terry has been fulfilling the bulk of that. That's true. And if that story is applied to tomorrow, it is shit. Because it doesn't have to be true tomorrow. There are other solutions. Once Terry believes that she deserves that space and her dreams deserve that attention, then baby steps can be taken towards changing the story. Yeah. I say this very gently because I don't
Right.
know what the resources are.
Ex-
And I know only too well how full of shit people are about the resources that are available. You really fucking
Yeah.
out.
And the logic that goes into it behind them.
Yeah.
No, ironically, maybe not ironically, at the top of, I don't even know, on all these pieces of paper I've been writing on for the last 2 days nonstop. Somewhere on here, I put something that's been on my list for a very long time, and that is actually going out to Christina's Facebook page, of which she has many followers, and asking if there's somebody that would like to be a friend. And because I do have a few hours available that I can afford, somebody can get paid. It's just because that's personal care, won't get into it, but she's medically fragile. So it takes a lot of faith to let somebody to be willing to do it and me to be willing to let them, because it won't be a nurse.
Yeah.
That's the, no.
Yeah.
But that's, I think,
So you just,
I think I need to do that.
you just identified a baby step. Look what happened when you saw that the step you need to take. Well, look what happened when you noticed that the thing you want is space to prioritize your dreams. As soon as you held that long enough, and we chided Trickster for trying to blame you for it, we just held the space for you to feel the hurt of how much you want this. Almost immediately, you knew the baby step to take is to put the word out that you seek help.
And I haven't done it because I was afraid nobody would respond.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't respond, that's their loss, because they're going to miss out on a lot of fun with somebody.
Yeah, and here's what,
Thank you.
Let's just notice this right now. There are many someones right this minute who are sitting in their home somewhere saying, I just wish I could be helpful to someone. I'm lonely, I'm bored, I'm tired of staring at the TV. I just really want to matter to somebody. And they're hurting because they can't find it. They can't find that opportunity. So they're waiting for you to share it.
I can do that.
So the baby step, what is
Top of
one
my
step you
list.
can take is describe what you need, put the word out there every way you can. Who will you reach out to for support? Is there anyone who could help you spread that word? Like, that's how I would use this. Who can help me take this baby step?
I will prioritize that. Because then the proof will be in whether I really want to do it or if that was just another excuse.
Yes. Yes.
I
Well,
do know myself really well. I just
Yeah.
don't necessarily like what I know.
Yeah. Well, Terry, how old are you?
64.
64. So
Yeah.
you have a successful pattern for living, and you have a successful pattern for avoiding making your own dreams come true. That's not ego beating your ass. That's just taking a look at the trajectory of your life. So you could repeat that pattern all the way through to the moment that you pass away. and I would still love you. And you would still be fucking amazing and worthy of all good things. So don't anybody ever take this coaching and think, okay, well, I've been given these possible solutions and now I'm responsible to do something with it, or I'm a turd. Like, just fuck that. Okay.
Thank you. That's a good reminder too.
All right. I just want to pause. Does anybody want to say anything, add anything, say something to Terry, or grab any part of this for yourself?
I think I'm grabbing that whole segment for me. It just pierced right into me. So I hear it.
Love you, Lisa. Yeah. So everything we've done up to now, the limitation brain dump, prioritizing it, running through the little rubric to decide, is it hit list or is it shit list? This is where things get real. When you say, now, what is one step I can take past my shit? If we don't at this point do what Terry just did, which is to rise up above the mundane to what's really going on here. What is it I really want that I'm not allowing myself to have? If we don't do that, then we get stuck in a loop of shit, covering shit, covering shit. When we bring it all the way back up to what I really want is space to prioritize my dreams, and I can't. If you're going to do this for yourself, if you're going to ask the questions, if you're going to zoom out and get to the true thing, you're going to know you've got there when you can't breathe, or you want to cry, or you want to say, fuck off, Kelly, and go do something else. You know? When you really get down to what's really, really hurting. Shit hurts. Fears hurt. Insecurities hurt. Dusty old programming, dysfunctional, it hurts. Crappy circumstances hurt. Stories that run us hurt. So ego is going to spin us around with a bunch of stuff to distract us from the pain. But it's that moment, the moment that Terry sat with the pain, then, it's like Essence just goes, here's one thing you can do. Like the solution was just like right there. Not saying the solution's going to be easy or fast, but the solution is not get more organized. The solution is take a baby step towards creating the space for yourself.
Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Anybody else have anything they want to ask or share? At those of you who are in active caregiver situations, the thing about participating in a coaching program like this is that it's a little bit like if we were to go over to Gaza right now and host a little home improvement expo. Like, how fucking useful would that be? To invite people to plan their dream homes when they're living in a shelter. Like, so just understand what you're going to get from this is not going to be what you want. It's not a fix. It's not a ta-da, we're done. But you're going to get something, you know, just like we wouldn't go over to Gaza and do a home improvement expo. We would go over to Gaza and bring them water and doctors and blankets and hugs. Like, that's what you need. Water, blankets, hugs, and snuggles. Because caregiving is exhausting. And you're not getting enough help. And you don't have enough space. And that's just true. It is not an excuse. Okay. Here's what's coming up tomorrow. We are going to move a little bit away from the specific shit that you're dealing with into ideas and concepts that support you getting past your shit. It's going to be a little less overwhelming, I promise. Because this shit gets deep. So just so you know, if you're mentally and emotionally overwhelmed, that you're going to get a break tomorrow. Not saying that there won't be some emotion drawn out, but no one's going to get pushed to share their shit. I promise. Sound good? So the only home fund for you, if you wish to participate, is to continue to use this page. What's the baby step? And who will you reach out to for support? Okay. And tomorrow will be easy breezy. Easy breezy. Lots of encouraging information and ideas. And at this point, if you haven't already submitted and asked me anything, now might be a good time to do it. But you have until the end of October. You can ask your AMA anytime before the end of October, and I'll respond to you. And then I did mention, if anybody wants to go through this coaching with me privately, you know, I'm really happy to respond to that. I have one email to respond to, because I would really love it to dig into this with people privately, because in a group it's really easy to stay kind of on the beach. Just stay on the beach, just like, I see you out there struggling in the waves. I'll stay up here. Like, that's okay. Tisha's like, stay in the background. Tisha's usually the person out there bobbing in the water. So I'm actually kind of proud of her that she decided to stay on the beach today. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for participating in this. Bye.